The fact of the matter is, there are a lot of black women and dark-skinned black women that are jealous because I actually introduced the topic of darkism, dark skin, and colorism to the social media masses. I am the one that is responsible. When we look at the facts, when it's all said and done, I am the dark-skinned woman that introduced dark skin, colorism, and darkism to social media. I am the only dark-skinned woman and black woman in the world that can say that I have been advocating for dark skin before there was a social media. I am the only dark-skinned woman in the world that can say I've written more books on dark skin than any human being in the world. I am the only woman that can say that I've done more interviews on dark skin than anyone in the world. But the most important thing here is I am the first person in history to create a movement for dark skin, against dark skin discrimination and colorism. Nobody else can say that. And what I'm finding is that a lot of dark skinned women, y'all are jealous. And the reason I know this is because some of the comments, and you know who you are because you watching me, you go onto the interviews or channels of other people that I have been on and you hate because you're jealous. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't think first to speak on dark skin and build a platform. I did. And see, what has happened is black women basically stole from me. I'm going to keep spitting this knowledge regardless of who's mad about it, because I don't care. What I care about is what's factual. If I drop dead today or tomorrow, the truth is going to be told. That's why I keep releasing these videos, because I'm telling the truth about how dark-skinned women did me. Y'all foul. Here's the thing, and I've said this a million times, and it bears repeating. I started dark skin activism, the first platform in history for dark skin, in '98. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody. All these chicks on YouTube that's talking about dark skin, they got wind of my work in 2015, and then they created channels based on my work. So some of these people, let me be real crystal clear, pay attention. The majority of these people never spoke about dark skin or colorism prior to being introduced to my work, which took place through the beef that I had with Kendrick Lamar in 2015 that went viral to millions of people on the internet. So when these people got wind of my work as the dark skin activist and they started looking at my channel, they went to my website, they started seeing what I do, they ripped off and stole from my content. And so, and a lot of these women, they're dark skinned women. And so they see me appearing on other channels, they see me appearing in interviews without understanding, some of them actually do understand, they're haters, that I am the person that actually built the entire platform. So why would I not continue the work that I have been doing from '98 before any of you just ever thought to utter a word about your dark skin? I am the person that actually gave you the authority, the courage to speak about dark skin. Prior to 2015, these people were not talking about colorism or dark skin. This is a fact. Go do your research. The people that ripped me off after the Kendrick Lamar beef that the dark skin activist had, I had the beef with him about his light skinned girlfriend. After 2015, these people had huge followings already. They switched up their content and began talking about Rashida Strober's creation of dark skin activism. But then they tried to repackage it. But it's Rashida Strober. They're thieves. And so instead of black women being honest, these dark skinned women, some of y'all are low down. Some of y'all are no goods. And I'm speaking specifically, this video was triggered by this ignorant, dark-skinned woman that has not done her research, who came for me with her jealousy and envy after an interview that I did on the Star Report regarding Evelyn Lazar. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. When you have actually been the person that originated a platform, honest and true people, ethical people are going to want to talk to the originator. They're not going to want to talk to knockoffs. I gave birth to the conversation on colorism online. That is a fact. Whether you like it or not, whether you're jealous of me or not, whether other black women came to my channel and stole from me, they ripped me off like nobody's business. That's a fact. And you ungrateful bitches have the nerve to come trolling me on other platforms after I have given you the fucking breath of life regarding even speaking on your dark skin. Let me tell you something. The fact of the matter is nobody was bold enough to talk about their dark skin experience from 98 all the way up until social media. These women were not bold enough, because if they were, guess what they would have did? They could have, said that, I have a track record or a history of talking about dark skin or colorism prior to social media. I'm the only one that you hear saying this. This is a differentiation here that lets you know people are frauds. So what happened is social media came along, and it was a good thing in that I was able to get my ideas out. But it was a bad thing in that I never imagined that countless dark-skinned women and light-skinned women would come to my channel after being exposed to my work via Tommy Sotomayor, but especially via the beef I had with Kendrick Lamar about his light-skinned girlfriend in 2015, and being exposed to millions through being made Donkey of the Day on The Breakfast Club, having countless bloggers make videos about me. I never imagined that these low-down people would turn around and mock me and now plagiarize and copy the work, the very lane that I created. You dark-skinned women are ungrateful. And I will never be in solidarity with dark-skinned women until they admit the truth that Rashida Strober is the fucking reason that any person, anywhere in 2019 speaks on dark skin, colorism, and darkism. There is nobody else that can take credit for that. And all of the work that people are doing around colorism and dark skin and darkism is based solely upon the work of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. That is a fact. You don't have to like facts. Let me tell you something. If you got an idea, protect your idea. Don't bring your idea to the internet, because you have ungrateful bastards that will come to your channel and they feel like because they think you got a small platform and they got a big platform, they'll switch up their game and steal from you. They'll take from you. That is exactly the story of the dark-skinned activist. And I'm going to keep spitting this heat until the day I die, until the whole world knows that Rashida Strober created, initiated, invented, laid the groundwork for the colorism and dark-skinned conversation. Because dark-skinned women won't do it. They lie. They use other dark-skinned women to steal from me. They use some of the dark-skinned women themselves have stolen from me on YouTube. There are black women on YouTube that have way bigger channels than I, because they were marketers. They already had their audiences. And as soon as they heard about the dark-skinned activists, they studied me. then they switched up their content based on Rashida Strober's original work regarding dark skin activism and all of its facets. Do your research. And then, to add insult to injury, that's not enough for them to mock me and steal from me. Now you have these ungrateful dark-skinned women that troll me on other platforms that are jealous because the dark-skinned activist is on these platforms, which makes no sense because it's a natural progression. I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and I'm an author. Do you really think that intelligent people are not going to respect the work that I've done? If you think for 1 minute that intelligent, ethical people don't want me on their platforms and are not going to respect a lane that I created out of scratch that nobody gave a damn about, and I turned my pain into my passion, into a movement via dark skin activism, which consists of my plays, my dark skin plays, my dark skin books, and I'm the only person to do this. Do you really think that intelligent people are not going to have me on their platform? Ungrateful dark skinned women. It's what they are. Straight up ungrateful.